Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Sorry I'm a couple of minutes late getting on here. It is a beautiful day. Hello, folks. My name is Kelvin Hagan, and I'm here with the Agape International Spiritual Center's morning prayer. And I am so blessed that I get to be here with us. So, let me, oof. And before I get started along here, I got some company right here. Look at this. This guy, right? So, before I get started, I'm just going to pick up my phone because I'm here on the computer as Agape on Facebook. So I'm going to share this onto my personal wall as well, which I like to do before I get started. There we go. All done. Easy peasy. Easy peasy treasy. No. So good morning, everybody. So anybody that's tuning in can chime in on the chat over here, and I'll be going over all of these. You can put in your affirmations for your prayer because we do affirmative prayer. Affirm what is the truth. Or you can just say where you're from, or what the heck. You can just say hi. Doesn't matter. Hi, Portia. Christina, so grateful to have you here. Wonderful. Sharon, good morning. Love streaming from Los Angeles, says Portia. Welcome. Grateful to be here. Grateful to be me. Yes. I'm grateful to be me right here, right now. Because the only person I can be is me, and the only person you ever need to be is you. Good morning. Good morning, Tracy. Hi, Destiny. Good morning, Kitty, and all from Portland, Oregon. Boy, I love what Portland's been doing lately, Destiny. The frog. I'm thinking about buying a frog suit just to go wear out at demonstrations. And somebody said to me, hey, you should just get a different inflatable guy. I said, no, I think Portland really deserves a nod on this one. So I've been thinking about ordering one because I know another Love in the Streets is going to be coming up soon. So, and hello, Nicole from Vegas. And Alita, good morning. Dorcas, good morning from Vegas again. Ooh, Lenoris, good morning, Kelvin and Agape Nation from Catalina Island. Was it 27 miles out into the sea? Catalina is the place for me, or whatever that line is in that song, right? Hi, Dorothy from Michigan up there. Welcome. Keisha, mucho blessings for you as well. Well, that is his name. That particular cat was Orion. His sister's here as well. She's Gaia. I give them God's names because cats are gods and they know it. They really know it. Egyptians had that one right. They really did. Worship the cats. Hello, Cynthia. Shario. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right or it's Chario, but Shario. But I'm doing my best here. Hello to you in Atlanta. Beautiful. Hi, Hannah. South Africa, yes. South Africa in the house. Sally, hello. Henry, hi. Deborah. Woo. Keisha's tuned in from North Carolina. Rosalind from Las Vegas. We got a lot of Vegas in the house today. I affirm the universal abundance to all of what we want and need. Yes. Lifing ahead of me, providing me with all I need before I even ever know I need it. Good morning, Chloe. Hi, Celeste. Dorna. Today, Shariel is affirming abundance and wholeness as she interviews for a new position that will support me realizing these truths in my life. Knowing that the perfection of God goes with you to that interview, goes with you as you. Blessings. Hello, Darlene. Curtis. Colleen. Dorna. Ah, yes. People are just flooding in. Love all the comments. Love all the love. Hi, Catherine. Gwen. In Raleigh, North Carolina. Canada flashes the peace sign to the frogs. Yes. I think I saw some pictures of frogs in Canada at some of the demonstrations too yesterday. Celeste. Narisa. Good morning from Atlanta. Sean. Blessings. Today I affirm knowing my worthiness and wholeness, my enoughness. There it is, Hannah. That's the whole thing. I am more than I am. I am all that I am. Beth, praying for healing from spinal surgery and rehab in a wheelchair. Beth, knowing that where you are, the living love and the perfection of God is there with you. Deborah, hello. Good to see you too, Narissa. Good morning, Deborah. Deborah Richards. Yes. Stephanie. Clarinet. I love this. Rose. Blessings from Houston. What was that? I heard a big, huge twang. I'm wondering what the cats got into. Find out later. Kimberly, good morning. So, my name is Kelwin Hagen, as I said, and if you want to, you can find me here on Facebook, Kelwin, Hagen, Hagen. Come see me. You can call me on the phone. You can get in touch with me. I'm a practitioner, an Agape licensed spiritual practitioner, and I make myself available to folks almost any time. And so I like to say that because during this time in this world, when so many things seem so topsy-turvy, which if you look at the world, it's things are always topsy-turvy. I like folks to know that they're not alone and that they have somebody they can call, somebody to talk to, somebody that'll listen, and somebody that will love them. Because that's what it's all about. Today I'm going to be reading from a book. Hello, Zane, Lenoris. Nice to have you all with me too, with us. This book is called The Mandala of Being, and it's been a very slow read that we've been doing in my book club on Thursday nights, which you can find on my Facebook page, because it's a really in-depth read. And at the book club, we don't just read it and come in and talk about it. We actually read it out loud in the book club, and we stop and pause and discuss it as we're going through. And it's been a phenomenal book. This is one of the books that they introduced me to in Prac 1. And the author actually came in and teaches one of the classes, or taught one of the classes with us while in the class, which is just wonderful because Dr. Moss is amazing. And he seems to be a man that really lives the principles that he teaches, which is a beautiful thing because just because. Holding a different cup today, my favorite coffee cup, the one I like the most because it's balanced, it stands up, and it's just said blessed on it. You guys have seen it many times. It hit the floor yesterday, and it's passed on to a new adventure somewhere else. Before it even finished smashing, I watched it hit, and I just felt this wave of sadness. Then I got a broom, cleaned it up so I could walk around in bare feet, and all was good. Okay, so here I'm reading from page 200, starting down at the bottom. Really liked this. When we were reading it, I read it a couple times in the book, and it really had all of us almost speechless. It was such an amazingly powerful little piece that's here. So, I'm going to go ahead and read this to us. here. Ah. As you learn to live from the beginning of yourself, you become able to withdraw what you have projected onto other people. And in this book, the beginning of ourselves is right here, right now, always. So anytime we're coming back to the beginning of ourselves, we're coming back to right here, right now. So as you learn to live from the beginning of yourself, you become able to withdraw what you have projected onto other people. This means you are capable of ever more vulnerable intimacy. Other people will always be who they are and do what they do. Each meeting with another being will bring something new. It will shake us with passion, deepen our gratitude to life, or expose us to our greatest fears. There is no immunity from the other. No way to be certain they will not rock our boats. But when we know ourselves at our beginning, there is no danger of anyone ever sinking us. As you withdraw your projections, people change because you have changed. You are living from the energy of your fullness, not inhabiting the identity that created those projections. The bonding energy of the me-you continuum can hold us in limiting and even destructive patterns of relationship. But when one person comes back to the beginning of himself or herself, the other is freed as well. And the energy of the relationship is liberated to a new potential. Demanding that someone change, including ourselves, is fruitless. In fact, it is a form of violence. We all have the potential to change, and it happens completely naturally. The more we realize our essential selves, in the absence of this fundamental understanding, requiring someone to change is a weapon used against that person. It is a means of attacking what is and an attempt to protect ourselves from feelings we are not meeting in ourselves. It is ignorance of the fact that we are already whole, already that for which we have been seeking. We must not attempt to manipulate other people to protect us from our core fears. Who they are, as they are, is the reality of them. To fight against this is to suffer. Telling yourself that someone else needs to change is a story. Let the emotional mud of this demand settle. Let the emotional mud of this demand settle and come back to the now of yourself. I am sufficient as I am. And what they're referring to when they're talking about the mud, he talks about what we do in our life with our expectations and our demands on others, and the what we do for the veil and the projections that we have out the world is like if we put some dirt in the bottom of a bottle and we filled it with water and we shook it up and it gets all murky and muddy and you can't see through it. But if you set that bottle down and allow it to sit still, to be in the stillness, all that dirt will settle to the bottom. All the mud, all the muck will settle to the bottom, and the water in the top of the bottle will become clear and clean. That's what we do. We have to let the mud settle in ourselves. Demanding that people change is a form of violence. And that includes us. We have to accept ourselves as who we are. And trying to force that to change to meet other people's demands is a form of violence against myself. One of the biggest Yeah, I'm going to use the word, the S word, struggles I've had in life is feeling that I have to change to fit somebody else's expectations of who I should be. And you know what? I strive not to do that. So when I want to change, I change my perception of the world, and the world changes around me. Because the only real thing taking place out there is what I'm perceiving in my own world. So why not change what I'm perceiving? This cup is kind of funny. It says, so my kids got me this one for Christmas or something. It says, I don't snore. I dream I'm a motorcycle. I love my kids. Okay. Nicole, the name of this book is The Mandala of Being. And we're a little ways into it, but you can join us in reading it in the book club I'm doing on Thursday nights at 6:30 p.m. Pacific time. And come on in and we'll read a chapter and discuss it. Some chapters are long and the discussion takes up so much time in between the lines of the book that we don't get whole chapters done in one day, and we come back to the same chapter and finish it another day. But it's The Mandala of Being by Dr. Richard Moss. Amazing book. Amazing book. Okay, so let us pray. First, let's take a 3Z easy peasy. Easy peasy 3Z. Let's just stop and take 3 breaths and really come back to the beginning of ourselves, the now, right here. Okay? Power of the breath. For me, it's the 3 breaths. Sometimes that ends up being 4 breaths, 5 breaths, 6 breaths. Sometimes it's multiple times of the day. I just stop and take a few breaths to come back to now. Sometimes what I'm doing pulls me out of the now and brings me into frustration, irritation. And I take 3 breaths consciously. Sometimes while I continue to do what I'm doing, sometimes I stop and I go into complete stillness while I'm taking my breaths. Wherever I am, whatever I'm doing, I come back to the beginning of myself. Right here, right now. I am so grateful. First and foremost, I'm grateful that I woke up this morning and I got to be here another day as me. I'm grateful for my life and all the things taking place in it. I'm grateful for the wonderful weekend that I just had, starting on Friday morning. I'm grateful I got to enjoy the day with a friend. I got to enjoy the thrills of the roller coasters at Magic Mountain. I got to enjoy the thrill of the scare houses as I participated. Got to enjoy watching so many young people really enjoying themselves. I'm grateful I got to go spend the afternoon and the evening with my boys, my two young men, Ryder and Asher. And I'm grateful for the spiritual Sunday that I got to go and be around like-minded people and enjoy the day. And really sink in to the who's and whose I am while I'm sharing myself with others who are sharing themselves. I'm grateful for each and everything that is taking place in my life, starting with the breath I took this morning as I woke up. I'm grateful for this Monday morning. I'm grateful that I get to be here with us in this configuration, which will never take place ever again, exactly like it is right here, right now. Grateful for all of this, knowing that all of this is the divine life of God. That all of this is taking place in one life, one being. The simplicity of that. There is only one mind, one heart, one body. And in that body, there are many individual others. These others, connected inside the one, get to be whose and who they are on their journey. Each and everything everywhere is this one life of God. It's what I am. I am here, living and experiencing life as me. Life is me, inside the oneness of God. I get to be me. And you get to be you, inside this one life of God. Make no mistake. All the power, all the love, all the abundance, all the lifing that is taking place inside of God is available to you as you from in you. We are so much. And when we recognize the life of God in each and every being, each and every place we go. The word namaste gets thrown around a lot. What the word namaste means is the God in me sees and acknowledges the God in you. The divine in me sees the divine in you. The power in me sees the power in you. The perfection in me sees the perfection in you. The joy in me sees the joy in you. So as I move forward through my day, knowing that my perception is creating my world, knowing that each and everything taking place in and around me is taking place, and that each and every one of these beings in this space are on their own journey. That each and every one of these beings have a contract with everyone else that they bump into, and everything does, and everything works together, and that I need to just allow each and every being inside this one living life of God to exist as who and whose they are. I get to recognize in each and every one of these beings the life, the divine perfection of God, the divine imperfect perfection of God, as each and every one of us, the we, are here to expand all of what God is, I recognize that if I want to change the world, the only thing I need to do is change my perception of the world. So I hold each and every one of us here in the loving embrace of the prayer, of the acknowledgement of the perfection of who and whose they are, who and whose you are, who and whose we are. I know that each and every person experiencing any kind of chronic illness or chronic disease, where you are, the living life of God is as you and as everyone serving you and around you. The perfect healing of God is taking place right now where we are, always in all ways. I recognize and see everywhere in the world that may or may not be experiencing violence. I recognize that that violence is somebody somewhere trying to change somebody else somewhere else. I deny that violence in my life, and I accept each and every one of us, meaning each and every one of everything on this planet, as who and whose they are. I accept all for who and whose they are, knowing that each and everything taking place is taking place in order to expand the awareness and the love of God on this planet, even if it doesn't appear to be so. I embrace the who and whose I am. And in order for me to embrace the who and whose I am, I have to accept the who and whose we are. Each and every one of us. So today, I declare that I will consciously live non-violently. The way I'm going to do that, the way we can do that today, is to not project our needs on others and accept them for the who and whose they are in the we that we are. There's something so freeing in that, so simple, so releasing. So as I look around the world, and I know that the world is growing more and more compassionate, more and more peaceful, more and more loving, more and more inclusive every day, I know that the way that I can continue this growth, this moving forward of the vibration on this planet, is by not judging and not trying to change others. So today, I live a life of freedom. Freedom from projection. Freedom from violence. Today, I get to just be me. Today, we can choose to just be we. Today, I choose to just be me in the we, and allow you to be you in the we. I love the simplicity of spirit. I give thanks for this. I give thanks for the absolute glorious truth to these words. Thank you. And then I let it go. I release it. I release it. I'm going to take a breath right now. And as I let it go, I'm just going to let go of any doubts, any fears, any desires to change the world, and just acknowledge the peace and the love of my own personal being. And I intend, my intention for the world is to just be the love I want to see in the world. I'm letting that go. I'm letting go of everything else. I'm releasing it into the big love. There it goes. I'm saying, so it is. Amen. Wow. Trying to change other people is a form of violence. That is so big. So if we want to stop having violence around the world, we need to stop shooting, trying so hard to change other people. Everything on this planet is happening for me and is a gift. I am grateful for it. So, I'm going to go over all these comments. I've got it reposted on my wall. I'll be putting this prayer into my YouTube channel as well. And I invite you that Reverend Michael has another class coming up. He's going to be teaching himself at Agape. Please go to agapelive.com and check it out. And if you don't have a practitioner you're working with yet, you can go to, and take this down, agapepractitioners.com, and you can look up the practitioners, read about what services they all specialize in. Get yourself a practitioner to talk to on a personal basis. Like Reverend Michael talks about all the time, it's time for us to walk away from the time of litigation and everybody having a lawyer on retainer and have a spiritual therapist, a coach, a practitioner that you work with and talk to. Nothing fills me with joy more than working with individuals on a personal basis. And I know a lot of practitioners out there, and every one of them is a little different. And I know there's one that'll work perfect, that will be perfect for you. So go to agapepractitioners.com and look it up. Go to my Facebook page. I help you find a practitioner. If you like me, you can call me on the phone. I can talk to you about stuff. I'm happy to pray with people almost any time. It's my joy. I like to remind you, too, that the moment you might decide to call me might be just that moment that I needed that. So, let's go out today and be nonviolent by accepting the world as what it is and being grateful for it. So, I love you. I love you. I love you. I move forward today carrying that love. And I will see you at noon. At noon, we got the noon meditation, Pacific time, 12 o'clock. I will be here for that. And I love you.